talked for 10 minutes just to myself because I didn't start the stream. Well, that was a fail, but that's all right. Hello and welcome to today's session of programming some AI agent in Java with LangChain4J and Vaadin and Spring Boot. All of that stuff we used before as well. But today we want to concentrate on building AI agents, and I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really happy that I can do that today. But first of all, we have to look back on our last session, what happened there and what transpired. So if we take a look here, we tried to implement the chat memory persistence in PostgreSQL, but failed, unfortunately. And the big mystery was the memory ID. And I actually was able to, well, solve it in 3 further commits. Well, actually just 2. And the really big issue for me was I did not know how to handle this memory ID. I spent a lot of time. We actually discussed this in the stream as well because nobody was able to solve it in the stream at least. But it's actually quite simple. So here we have that memory ID, and what I did off stream was I created another assistant with memory and one without memory. So this was the one that we used before, and now I created one with a memory ID, and this is an annotation that we have to use, and you simply have to know that. I really dislike this because there's no interface to extend or something. You just have to know you can use that memory ID, and LangChain4J eventually implements that. But that's really not a nice way to use this, and I think Spring Boot does the same thing with the repository actually, because we can also write something like if we want to have a list of game entities, then we can say find by ID, ordered by I don't know what the game the game entity has, maybe ordered by timestamp, something like that, or created, yeah. And then it's ordered. I think we also have to specify in which order, and then Spring Boot actually just implements that, and that's great. And I actually don't know how else to implement this, but I simply have. I'm not a fan of that mythology. Yeah, probably that. It's that. Because you simply have to know what's possible. You just can't look it up. Well, you can look it up probably in the documentation. Okay, so like I said, I solved this by adding this memory ID, and if we take a look at the usage, I actually, of course, created now the assistant with memory, and I also created one without memory because for drawing ASCII art, we don't need memory. But in this case, I simply said, well, here's the memory ID, and the memory ID comes where from? It comes from this game, our domain game. Here we go. Right in the domain, there's this game, and it has the entity ID, and that's actually set by the game mapper, which converts the game entity into a game. I know this sounds complicated, but it really is not. The game entity actually has the ID and it's generated. So we don't have to think about the ID. We simply give this with the game, give this to the game object, and it's all good. That's quite amazing, at least in my book. Yes. And because I really had issues implementing this, I did a little something. I created a little project called LangChain4J Spring JPA memory that rolls off the tongue quite easily. And it's actually available on GitHub somewhere. No, that's not it. Give me 1 second. Of maybe give me 15 seconds, then I'm good to go, I think. Yes, there's only one project. Wonderful. So this is my little project. It's public on GitHub. And it's actually really simple. So it's basically like the ASCII AI ASCII adventure. You can start it with Docker Compose, stuff like that. And then you, yes, let's do that. 1 more second. So let's start this up. This will falsely open the wrong browser. Usually it does, but no, this time not, because I don't have the right Docker instances, because all my Docker instances right now are for our AI adventure. So let's erase. No, do we need to erase? I don't think we need to erase it. Just start this one. Then it will start the right database. Wonderful. And Ollama. Let's check it. Yeah, it's loading something, and this database is also ready to accept connections. How great is that? And then we can just start this minimal project. And now I think it opens the wrong browser. But I'm prepared, so don't you worry. Okay, maybe it doesn't start a browser. Whatever. Let's go to this site. And we have the memory process. Now we can try it out. We give some memory ID, so it's 0 by default. Oh, well, maybe I should explain this. This is Swagger. It's a UI for APIs that implement the Open API standard. And with Swagger, you can actually explore APIs very beautifully and try them out as well. So as you can see, there's only one endpoint here, and we can try that out. It even says, well, these are this is the body that is required for the API, and we can simply fill this with say hello. No, hi, my name is Johannes. So let's try this. Yeah, that's a good example. I like this. So the AI replies, hello Johannes, it's nice to meet you. How's your day going so far? Whatever. I don't care. I care about, do you know my name? Right? So because if the memory is working, then it does know my name. I don't actually know your name, Johannes. With the charade earlier, but I should clarify that I don't have any information about the person named Johannes. All right, but it knows that my name is Johannes. This is great. If we change the memory ID, maybe try that to 1, what will we get? Yes, I do know your name. You told me it's Johannes earlier. I think I tried that already. So let's take 1, 2, 3. Then it shouldn't. Your identity. Okay. So yeah, sorry. This was a bad example. So if we take this, it doesn't know my name. If we take 0, that was our go-to thing. I can tell you your name is actually mentioned several times in our conversation, and it's indeed Johannes. Great. And now we want to try that by simply stopping it, because then all our RAM memory is gone, and we start it once more just to confirm that our memory is loaded from the database. Or it's actually stored as well. So if we do this once again, we execute it with the same memory ID, and it still knows my name is Johannes. And if we check that again with 1, 2, 3, it still doesn't know our name. Hopefully. I can tell you that you're referring to yourself, however, I don't have personal information. Great. So this is a very simple example. But if you ever want to try memory with JPA, you can go to that minimal project. I implemented an AI service and this assistant with memory. It's heavily AI powered. That's why I have Java doc all over the place, but it should be pretty easy to understand, and actually the Java doc is pretty useful, I think. Great, so that's it for my little side project and for the past. I think we are done with that now. I want to stop all of this, actually delete it. Though the point why it still remembered my past session is because if we go in there, I actually mounted this one to my directory, and that's why it still remembered everything. Wonderful. We close that project for now because we don't need it, we don't want it right now. What I actually had a real problem with was Llama 3.2 with 1 billion parameters. This did not work well. So I wanted to revert back to 7 billion parameters. This worked way better. Maybe it was because I highly extended the prompt, but I think it's really the key issue is this model, the one with the 1 billion parameters. So that's why I wanted to actually, I wanted to actually delete my model file, my model folder. I just have to check something first. Sorry about that. And if we go there, we should be able to find it. Yeah. All right. And here we have our Docker file and our Ollama data. And I actually want to just remove this. Do I remove everything? It would take too much time to download it all again, right? No, it doesn't take a long time. We have plenty of time today because I have to implement a lot anyways. So delete that Docker stuff and delete that Docker. Oh no. Yeah. I wanted to completely delete that. Otherwise it's in my basket, I keep forgetting the recycle bin. It's in the recycle bin and I don't have that much memory left anymore. But I would like to remove this as well, by the way, if we are on it. Great. So now we start this Docker stuff, and it should use the model should be using this one. And it takes quite some time, but that's quite all right for us now. Let's take a look if it's actually doing something. Error, pull model manifest file does not exist. Yes, so pull it. Pull model manifest file does not exist. Yeah, I know. Pulling manifest, it does something and then it doesn't exist. Do we have any problems here? Does it did not stop. So is it actually downloading something? Let's go to our trusted task manager. No, wait a second. Let's go to this one. This actually knows more about the Docker files, but yeah, I think it really does nothing. So let's see. It actually creates that. Oh, whoa. Do we need to pull that down first? Now that's a bit silly, but it could be. It could be. I think it's Ollama pull and then just this one. That should do the trick already. But I'm guessing it's not restarting right now. So stop it. Actually, delete it forever because I don't want this. Let's see. Still not in the mood, is it? Why? What is it trying to pull anyways? Yes, could not connect to Ollama server. Serve to start it. Yes, that it takes some time. That's perfectly fine. And then eventually it does connect. Burns compute, pulling manifest. Ollama is ready, starting the model. Creating the model is not done. What? Waiting? It doesn't say, Here we go. Creating the model. That's it. And then it says it does not see the model. Yeah, because you have to create it, man. Why don't you create it? Okay. Let's optimize that a bit. Pulling the model, creating and starting. Right. Delete again forever. Now we save. Full model manifest file does not exist. But this should exist, right? Okay. Let's try to just execute this. 3.2, 7 billion. File does not exist. What file? Am I missing something? Ollama. Llama 3.2. How to pull it? Oh, what? Oh man, I'm so wrong. Okay. Why didn't anybody tell me? Man, oh man, that was stupid. That was stupid. I was so sure of it, I didn't even question it. Oh, I'm already so far in that session again, and I did not do one thing I wanted, except maybe explain the whole thing about the persistency. That was interesting. All right, so it's downloading stuff, 2 gigabytes. That should be really quickly done. Let's commit these changes. Yeah, I like that change. Reverting back to Llama 3.2 3 billion model. Great. Now to the nice thing. So there are these agents and agentic AI in LangChain4J in the agentic module. And what we actually can do here is we say, you are an agent and you do this and that. Wonderful. I don't know what's the great thing about this. Why do you call it an agent? It's simply some like system prompt, I think. I don't know what's the difference here, but the beautiful thing for me was you can have a lot of these agents. Actually, they all have a different... Yeah, okay. So they all implement a different interface. Stuff like that. That's all right. But that's not what I wanted to have. Okay, we can have parallel workflows. We basically have this already. So, all right. Parallel builder. I don't think that's something I need. Conditional workflow. I don't know. Okay, untyped agents. So this has sub-agents. That's already cool, but still not what I wanted to have. Okay, I'm going there myself. Wait a second. Somewhere there was this thing about multi-agents. What? Was that in another area? Multi-something. Multimodality. Is that something? No. Chat memory. Chaining multiple AI services. That's kind of the thing that what I wanted to do. But it's okay. LangChain4J ADK. I think that's what's the name. Agentic something. Damn it. Okay, let's go here. How do I implement multiple agents talking to one another, right? Another in LangChain4J in Java. Right? It's loading. That's great. Oh, I have to drink. No. No, that's not what I wanted. Multi-agent. What? No, that's not what you told me last time. Damn it. What about this? Agents, creative. Yeah. All of that stuff. That's great. MCP, but it's... ADK. It was something with ADK. Proxies. No, there is something that multi-agent system, that was it. What about the multi-agent system? That's what it constantly said. Not exactly, okay. However, are being supported through related tools. Lang graph style, no. Oh, what? Yeah, this was what I wanted. What are practical options? You can model individual agents as tools. One agent can call another via LangChain4J standard tool calling mechanism. That's what I want. This allows chaining of agents, each handling specific tasks. ADK. Ha. Exactly, that's what I want. So, yeah. Give me some example. Come on, no. Workflow, no. I like this. Okay, so last time ChatGPT just brought me on a really wrong course. Yeah. Okay, maybe we can just agent. That's nothing that exists, right? LangChain4J LLM agent does not exist. That's about it. But this is a lie, right? Okay, this is medium. Got something. Yes. Using local Ollama models in ADK. And that's what I want. So how do we do this? Then all you have to do is configure the Ollama LangChain4J model and wrap it in a LangChain4J ADK model adapter. Aha. So this is not LangChain4J purely. Right. Yes. So that's what I wanted, this LLM agent with some instructions, tools, models, stuff like that. And then you can actually do something with it. Does it? Okay. GitHub template. Let's check that out. Is there any link to it? Clone project. Ha. Okay, template project for building Java agents with ADK. Yeah, I actually just want the POM import that I need. Forking and building with Maven. Yeah. With ADK for Java. Yes, I want it. Google ADK. Aha. All right, and what does it do then? Hello weather agent. So it uses all that Google stuff, none of LangChain4J. So this is an LLM agent builder, and it builds something on some model. And how does it talk to anything? It's a schema. Yeah, something with an input. So this is purely without LangChain4J, right? How can I reconcile both, but why? Warning, this is a work in progress, integration I've been working on. Ah, okay. Not yet integrated in either ADK or currently it lives as a pull request against the ADK GitHub project. Stay tuned. Hey, let's see that. It's merged. So it's not a pull request anymore. Muy bueno. All right, need to check in the change to. Yes. On August 1st. Oh, this is pretty fresh. All right. Cool. Very cool. But anyway, if it is already integrated, then we could use it. Integrations, language, Ollama. Yeah. We know that. We did that. But now it's about this project. Let's see. How to use it. Yes. And then somehow we need to get a hold. Samples, all right. These are samples according to some use case, but we actually want samples based on an AI provider. Java. No, it's all for Java. What did he actually do? Oh no, LangChain4J. It's not there. It's not there, but that's all right. Let's check that pull request again. See what it did, what it changed. Maybe we can find out what happened. Something a test, yes. Runner, set streaming mode, build, block, run config. What's the run config here? Integration test. That's too long. Okay. Tool example. That's a whole different system. I actually don't think it's a good idea to use this. Okay, maybe to track back a little bit to understand me better. The reason why I want this is because there is this protocol to make them talk to each other. Agents, multi-agent system. That's the thing I was talking about, and I found that so cool. That for me is agentic work, because you basically let them talk to each other and then just get the result. That's so cool. I fear that today is not the day we can implement that, unfortunately. But why is this looks so very different from the stuff I saw? What? So where are we here? Well optimized. Yeah. Sample agents. Samples, yeah, okay. And then we are here again, which isn't bad. It isn't bad at all. Let's see. So this creates some session runtime, stuff like that. That's MCP server. Oh, that's another layer. Agent tool. maybe start slow. Start using this. I have to go back there. Look at that pull request. I think it's somewhere here. Yeah. This is the POM. So contrib. Is this something? ADK modules. So if we take ADK 1.1, yeah, maybe, okay. Okay. Just start slow by actually using it. There were these, yes, this one, nah, this one, Def UI. Let's try it. Come on. We are here to experiment. That's the main fun of all of this. And that's what we shall do. Let's take a look at the Maven repository of Google. Do not consent. LangChain4J. See? Oh, we did it. This was exactly what we found as well. Let's put this in some sort of property. Refactor and then property. And this is the Google ADK version, which applies to all of those. Now, rebuild this. How do we look? How do we stand here? Okay, this started. This does look good. Let's reload all the Maven projects, resolving dependencies. That's wonderful. Hopefully, we can also use this. Do we need a different repository? No, it's in the central repository, so it should work right from the start, but for some reason it does not. Why? I do not know. Let's check that out. 0.2.0, that's great. Why does it not work? So it's still resolving issues. Okay. Sometimes IntelliJ just says, this is wrong, I can't use it, but it actually can use it, and it's not a problem at all. Let's see how that works. It seems to work. All right. That's what I wanted to see. Great. Moving on, we can use this, yeah. But most of all, we can, this is not what we wanted. Yeah, it's LangChain4J. That's, nope. Chat memory is done for now. I don't need this, I think. That's what we just looked into. Here we are. And do we have an example? I think we do, but it's not how I imagine an example. Probably something else. What's the run loop thing? Nah, this is strange stuff. Is there any documentation? That would be lovely. Yeah, I think we already looked for that. There was none. 3J LangChain4J is cool as well. But in general, that's how you use it. So if this is a general thing, then maybe it just works. I don't know what to do here, so let's try. Yes, LLM agent is right. And we don't want any tools in this here. But what we do want is model base LLM. What's a base LLM? Yes. Who implements a base LLM? LangChain4J. Yes, yes, yes. Amazing. Amazing. So that's actually exactly what we want. We want to have that new LangChain4J model in here. And what is a model for this tool? A chat model, right? And this is actually not a chat model. We call it a chat model, but it's wrong. What we actually do have, the AI service, we create that chat model, but never send it anywhere because we wrapped it in an AI service or in this AI interface. But now times have changed and we want this. Wonderful. This is great. Okay. And now multi-agent system. That's what ChatGPT always said what's available, but it is not. ADK is true. Multi-agent systems in ADK. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, we are in this area again with the weirdest Java code ever seen. We have sub-agents. Okay, we have a coordinator. Okay, they are creating an LLM agent and then a sequential agent. I don't know what this is. Maybe check out another explanation. Sequential agent executes its sub-agent. What? It has sub-agents. Okay, one after another in the order they are listed. Okay, so they don't talk to each other. And the coordinator, I coordinate greetings and tasks. Framework automatically sets the parent agent for these greeters. This is all right, yeah. Sequential, okay. It's step 1, then step 2. Parallel gatherer. When gatherer runs weather fetcher and news fetcher run concurrently, a subsequent agent could read state weather and state news and then gather that information. All right. Okay. I like it. Now this is what I want. This is pretty close to what I wanted in the beginning. What was the name? Parallel agent. There are a couple of different agents, I guess. The parallel coordinator. This is just a normal agent with sub-agents. User asks, my payment failed. Coordinator LLM should call transfer to agent. Billing. Okay. So this is just a fork in the road. It's directing or transferring agents, but I want to have Review critique pattern. That's what I'm talking about. This is pretty cool. This is really cool. Sequential agent, yes. Yeah, but I want the critique one. Typically involves two agents within a sequential agent. Okay. Improve the quality of validity of generated output by having a dedicated agent review it. So one agent says something and then the other one says, well, is this really right? Yeah. This could be amazing. In Java, mind you. So, okay, this is one thing we could do. And then the other one, the iterative structure, uses a loop agent containing one or more agents that work on a task over multiple iterations. Progressively improve a result stored in the session state until a quality threshold is met or a maximum number of iterations is reached. So that's what I actually had in mind. That's what I was talking about by saying they talk to each other like a multi-agent system. There are 3 agents here. They talk to each other, have maximum iterations of 5 loops, and then it stops and presents you the code. So we have one code refiner, read state of the current code if exists in state. Okay, generate refined Java code. Quality checker also evaluates the code. And then refinement group. Check status and escalate. Yeah. Stop checkers. Checks quality status and escalates if pass. Okay. So this stops the whole thing. Escalate. It has. Does it have a method maybe? Should stop. Pass equals status. Okay, that's interesting. It has some kind of event. But that's the whole ADK multi-agent system stuff. I don't know if we need this. How does this get ever get called by? This isn't even. Oh no. Okay, the base agent. So that's implementation of it. All right. Okay, if this is something useful, then it's good. So this is really cool. And then lastly, the human in the loop integrates human intervention points within an agent workflow. This is such a cool idea. Assume external approval. So we have a prepare request agent, one that requests human approval, and that has approval tools. So this starts a whole approval workflow. Process decisions of the human. That's high level. I actually really like, I think this one, the iterative one. So I imagine it like this, that we have one agent that tells the story, another one that calls the tools, and a third one, stirred on my microphone, and a third one that doesn't tell the story, but gives choices for the next steps, because that's something that doesn't work a lot of times. And that really annoys me. Let's do it. Let's do this. Okay, but again, this is very different from everything we did before. Now we don't need a model here anymore. Description, we need a description. So this is the story agent. Instruction, yeah. This is this one. Another one is the tool agent. It's all using the same model. I don't think this is a good idea. Oh, once again. Oh, this is crazy now. What do we do with the memory now? What do we do with all this memory that finally works? Probably throw it away. We need the tool agent, and then we need the choices agent. Okay, story agent. An assistant that can search the web. An assistant that that tells the story. You are a helpful assistant. Well, okay, answer your questions. Yeah, again, we have to split this up, right? You are a storyteller. This is all this stuff. Yes, tone and setting. Output format, yes. Shall we put that in a different class, maybe? All these agents, because it's so much text. Simple as that. Or we could also do that in wonderful properties. Nah. Well, this actually could be quite helpful because it's so much text. But again, this much text in a properties file is pretty disgusting. Let's leave it here. But initial tool prompt, initialize the hero. Yeah, we don't need this. Seems like it. Default. You are the helper agent of the storyteller AI that does the tool calling for the told story. Wonderful. I couldn't have said that better myself. Let's do this. Let's put this here in the tool agent. Exactly. Maybe this is too long. I don't know. We'll see. And you are, of course, the tool agent. An assistant then can call tools in Java to set some things right. Some things for the player object on the UI. Not a fan. All right, and then this is the choices agent. I don't know if this name is really useful. Doesn't matter. An assistant that gives further choices. No, choices for the further story. Yes. For the future of the story. For the progress. You are, okay, you are a helpful assistant. You are an assistant that only gives the player 4 choices. These choices are according to the story agent's told story. They must make sense. Yeah, this is not the right way. Again, we put it here, public static final string default choices prompt to keep this coherent. And we want to have 3, 1, 3 these as well. And actually, okay, begin the story, the stakes are high, blah, blah, blah. Most important, the choices. The choices field, no, the choices, yeah, the choices, there must be a maximum of 4 options labeled as string keys 1 through 4. This is good as well. The adventure should be completed after 10 turns. I don't know if it's possible to make this know how many turns we have. Ensure satisfy ending. We don't want this anymore. This could be so fun, but it could work not at all. Either way, it will be interesting. Yes, and now we change this as well to the default story prompt. Come on, what's the name of it? Initial story prompt, of course. Now we have this. And now, to round this all up, to bring this together, we want to have the sequential agent. No, this is something else. The iterative refinement, I think. Yeah, maximum iterations, so they are talking to each other, and that's not what we want. Hey, you know what? Let's just try it, you know? We'll never find out if we don't try this. Maybe the tool agent should be out of this. I don't think this is a good idea. I think what we get from the tool agent is, no, what we get from the story agent is actually this, what we want really. So let's see. This extends the base agent. So what we want is agent. Maybe we create an agent package, right? Yeah. Let's create the agent package. This will be disastrous. Now, LLM agent package. Agents. And we actually have all of these agents there. So let's put them in and just No, it's actually a comma. Comma, chameleon. Great. Open and close this one. We're good to go. Whoop. What are we doing? Yes. This actually returns this. Create relevant agents. That won't work at all. I'm pretty sure. Turn new LLM agents, and then we start with the story agent. Hey, you know, we don't need this. Then the tool agent, then the choices agent, and then the refinement loop agent. Generate new story part. Okay, let's bring it in. AI service. Create relevant agents. Give me that. And now, just for some laughs at the end of this session, because this is taking a much longer time than I anticipated. Of course, that's usually the case. We don't want to find any agent. We want to run it. How do I run that? Run async, right? Yeah. Let's see. Build, yes. We want to build it, and then how do we use it? Tutorials. really simple stuff. How do we use the things you did? There are some examples here. Is this the case? That could be the case. We create a session scanner stuff. Nah. I don't want that. LLM agent builder, build. Great. And where is this used? Init agent, run async, session user ID, session ID, run config. Ooh, that's a bit more interesting. Runner. This is a lot of stuff. Okay, the root agent. This is the init agent. So we have an in-memory runner. That's okay. That's very similar. I think we can do it eventually. Let's do this. Run config. Just do the basic thing. Now here we go with the run config. No, not the run config, you fool. We want the relevant agents, and then we need the refinement refinement loop. And then we take the runner and we let it run. Yes, this is something. Content, new message, and then we get a flowable event. And what do we do with it? Events blocking for each. Aha. Okay. Whatever you say. You're right? Great. 1 and our actual text. Let's go. Just for the fun of it, okay? Don't take this too serious. Content. Can we? Yeah, the content builder. Of course, there's a builder for it. Builder. No, builder from JSON from. Yes. This is almost easy. Great, and then we take also the run config here. And it's the wrong. Okay. So we take another content. Seems like we need as well. From parts, no. Builder, build. Parts. Can we just put fucking from parts? All right. And how do I create a part with the builder? This Avril Lavigne song. Why do you have to go and make things so complicated? Yes, build is no longer needed. From parts is no longer needed. Created. Here we go. Easy. Isn't this wonderfully easy? No. No, it is not. Why do I have the content from LangChain4J here? Doesn't matter. What matters is we want this. The stringify content set value. Here we go. Isn't that great? No. Huh? Oh, this is commented out. That's why it doesn't work. Here we go. Bring this back. What? Right? Yeah. And then do this as well. And here we are. So if we have the final response, text prompt, yes, that's actually what we want. I don't know what it is. No, that's actually one moment. Yeah. Okay. We'll leave that out. Let's just try if it breaks. This is the end of today's session. Yeah, it didn't work out quite. Shorten the command line. I don't know why it doesn't do that on its own. It's always the same. Here we go. Refused. All good. Oh yeah, this this was something else that I created, but we want to do a new game with our hero Hans once again, and we get an error. Session not found. One for user 1. Yes, I know, because I lied. There is no session. There is no user session. But we need one, right? How do they do it? Creators. Okay. I get it. They create a session. Smart move. Let's see if we can do that as well. No, this is very strange. Import. Yes, this is the one I want. And the runner is actually here, so we should do this here. And what's the session here? App name, okay. AI adventure. And the user ID is also a string. Let's call that 1. And then we have a session. And we can actually put this in without anything else. Wait a second. What's the blocking get? Oh, does it do something? Come on, let's try it. This is very very hard, but the actual concept isn't that hard and it should work. Chat model is not configured. Generate content. Line numbers are likely diverged because we don't have the source. Download the source and go there as well. Flowable, illegal. Chat model is null. Now that is not a lot. We actually have more. Why is this null? We created the relevant agents and we always said this is the model. This is the base URL. Yes. We had that before, the same problem. So we don't want the streaming chat model in this case. We should probably call it in some other way as to not offend it. Maybe there would be something like run async and then with something else. It doesn't matter. What matters is it needs probably a real model without the streaming. But I really like the streaming because it shows the user what's being done and not just wait a long time. It's basically the way ChatGPT does it as well. Let's see. We are running. Now there's something going on. This is good. This is very good. Okay. Hey. It actually did say something, expecting single text content, but got a lot of content. Hey, this is a great spot to stop. I really like this. This is pretty cool. Let's see what happened. There was just one chat. This is strange. Okay, maybe it didn't work at all. What's going on now? Yeah, there's only one call and then something happens. Still, it responds. It responds. That's all we need. All we can do right now. There's a lot of stuff to unpack and it will take quite some time. But what we really did learn is we can use this Google ADK for LangChain4J, and that's quite cool. I don't know if there is. Hey, let me check that. Is there a Spring AI with multi-agent support? Build effective agents. Yes. Oh, what? Sorry. No. Agent. So they can chain it as well. parallelize. Yes, routing orchestrator. That's what we want. That's what we are going for. And Ollama, LangChain4J does not have that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm on the complete wrong track here. And this is the conditional workflow, loop workflow. I think that's it. Yeah, I think I am on the wrong track. Because now here they do it like this as well. I just didn't understand that before because I didn't have that info. Okay, so we can do the same thing here as well. You know what? Because I rarely do this. Make a new branch. Use no Google ADK for multi-agent system. No, bring my changes with you. Try Google ADK with agents. So if you want to see how that works, you can check out this branch and it's available. But I think we'll get back to our main LangChain4J implementation and then start by using this, but it will be very interesting. And it will be very hard to cut these agents in the right way. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. For me, this is very helpful and very interesting because I can't do this too much. And if I am able to try something out here, I'm really glad, and I hope you enjoy it too. Please like and share and all that stuff. That really helps because otherwise nobody watches this. Yeah, and have a great day. See you maybe next time. I will be on vacation for a week or two and don't know what's coming up later, but I want to continue this agent stuff. Maybe my streams will be somewhat irregular, but I won't stop completely. Okay, thank you and goodbye.